Now, bringing you the very best in New Hampshire-based local music on IPMNation.com and 100.1 The Planet, this is Local Outbreak.
To love, am I looking to bend? Is it obvious how I want to see you again? How I wish you could see your smile through my eyes, and the thoughts that I share towards the curves that you hide. And I called out the ship when I thought that you said, one day you'll learn to love me again. Sailing away with a map that's been lost at the sea. And I called out a ship when I thought that you said, one day you'll learn to love me again. But now I don't know what to do. The only truth I know is you. It was young, but the feeling was right. How you stowed me away, you couldn't wait for the night. And it poured like a storm with a thunderous cry. In the waves of your kiss, I knew you would be mine. And I called out a ship when I thought that you said, one day you'll learn to love me again. Sailing away with a map that's been lost at the sea. And I called out a ship when I thought that you said, one day you'll learn to love me again. But now I don't know what to do. The only truth I know is you. Comes back to that first memory, a trip to this small town. With your blue hair and eyes, the way you looked at me, I knew I'd finally be found. And I called out a ship when I thought that you said, one day you'll learn to love me again. Sailing away with a map that's been lost at the sea. And I called out a ship when I thought that you said, one day you'll learn to love me again. But now I don't know what to do. The only truth I know is you.
So Eric, where does the name Temple Mountain come from? Why do you call your project that?
I'm still trying to figure that one out, but I do live on Temple Mountain in Peterborough. There's it's a mountain called Temple Mountain, and it just felt right. Like, I remember I was just like walking one day, or I might have even been doing a run, and like I was like, oh, Temple Mountain, that'd be a cool name.
Yeah.
There's a lot of singer-songwriters like Tallest Man on Earth who, like, you know, they just they give a different pseudonym, and I was like, yeah, that works.
Yeah, cool. And that track Transference that we opened with, that is fantastic.
Thank you.
From the album Schema, which is a full length. How many tracks?
10 songs.
10 songs.
Yeah.
Where did you record?
In my room.
No kidding.
Yeah, in a very untreated acoustic room on a very low budget.
Well, I'll tell you what. Well, it sounds great. And
Thank you.
I always say this comes up a lot on the show that it's we're blessed to live in a time where, you know, technology gives us so many different options.
Oh, yeah.
As far as how we record. You know, I'm old enough to remember when, you know, you had to go to a studio and spend tons and tons of money. And you can still do that. And there's some amazing studios around, but you can also record in your bedroom, in your living room. There's no shortage of different approaches you can take and get a really great sound.
And time isn't a factor either anymore, which is incredible. Like,
Right.
you can make mistakes, and you can actually incorporate those mistakes into the record if you want. Like, it's really, it's very pulchritudinous in a sense.
The full album done that way?
Yeah. I did everything but master it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who did you go through for mastering?
Dynamic Sound Studios in Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, Blake's a great guy.
Okay. Very good. Well, I'm dying to hear you play live.
The guitar has a nice sound to it.
Ooh.
Thank you. This
Here we
guitar is
go.
why I got back into music, actually. Her name is Sierra.
Ooh. Do you name all of your instruments?
Yeah, I do. I don't know.
Do you also play like electric or?
I'm really bad at electric.
Are you?
Yeah, I tried to do. I was like a shredder back in the day.
Oh, no kidding.
Is this your favorite guitar?
Yeah, I love this thing.
Go ahead and play a little more, Eric, please.
It's got such a warm sound to it. I like it.
Thank you.
There we go.
Hear it?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Okay.
Actually, let me just kind of playing with the gain a little bit here.
Gonna do it on the fly. Oh, Dylan. Hi, Dylan. In the chat room, say hi to you. Says the new studio is looking good.
Oh, thank you. Yes, Dylan Reynolds, very, very talented musician.
Absolutely.
He says in the chat room, I use the Ozone 11 VST plugin for mastering all my stuff now. A little pricey, but it makes for a totally professional final sound.
Say good morning to Rhonda.
Cool.
Very good early morning in California. So she's up early. This is like 3 hours behind us.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for getting up with us. Morning, Miriam. I see you in the chat room.
We have our friend from Uganda in the chat. Also, Darlene Hill, who has been on the show.
Band named Darling Hill said I just discovered Temple Mountain this week. So awesome. You're featuring him. I can't wait to get to know more about him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so they're great. They're a great band. Oh. Yeah, so you're getting a lot of love in the chat room already, and all they've heard is the studio track, and there's so much more to come.
Well, all right, Eric.
I did a live concert.
Whenever you're ready, let's hear something. Whatever you want to play.
Sure. This is a song of mine called Diagnosis. It's a nice way to warm up in the morning.
All right.
Is it on? Check again. There's no heat, but it drives me away. And it's all in my head. I wish it all goes away. Up again, 2 a.m. Only 14 words left to this page. And it's all in my head. I wish it all goes away. But then just like before, now your mind asks for more, always fading. And all you adore seems to haunt you for more, but it's pain. What stops you from holding the sky is the same breath that keeps you alive. But when two hearts in tempo collide, what's to complain? makes them straight, ties a knot with a nail towards her face. And it's all in my head, I wish it all goes away. Felt this way sometime before, keeps me up for days, always asking something more, locked me in a haze. I've been known to make mistakes, and I swear that I've seen better days. And it's all in my head, I wish it all goes away. But then just like before, now you're mine, ask for more, always fading. And all you adore seems to haunt you for more, but it's pain. What stops you from holding the sky is the same breath that keeps you alive. But when two hearts in tempo collide, what's to complain? 'Cause it's all in my head, I wish it all goes away.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Wow. That was awesome.
Fantastic.
Really awesome. I don't know what you were worried about. Your voice sounds fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
If you're just joining us, we have Temple Mountain here with us live in studio. And that sounded great. Now on the album, is it all you? Do you have any collaborators or?
No, it's just me. It was recorded in like a month. I've had these songs maybe since I started my undergrad, so like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And well, I've had songs since 2 years ago, and I've been writing. And I just wanted to prove to myself that I could make something that I hear in my head. And I wanted it to sound very lo-fi. Like I love the sound of tape hiss from like 60s recordings.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I just wanted to make it sound as like organic from what I consider organic and stuff like that as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you only performed solo, or have you ever played in a band or?
In high school, I played in like a death metal band.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I would not have thought.
But no, I've only been solo. But I think the songs I've been writing lately, I think would really be fun to have a band. I've actually kind of been writing a bit more poppy lately, and yeah,
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to have some drums within, stuff like that.
Oh, no kidding. Okay. Very cool. Eric from Temple Mountain is here. Of course, we're on the Facebook. I see JFed and Melanie from the great state of Vermont.
You're getting a little love from Vermont for your beard.
Oh.
Yes.
Melanie and Jason are enamored of beards, and they do judge you.
Oh.
I'm just warning.
No, that's okay. I use beard products. We can talk about that.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
she's actually admiring your beard, so you are getting I see a beard with a heart, so she's liking it.
Good.
Yeah.
Heart.
And JFed is always encouraging people to grow out their beards.
Yeah.
He believes they should be longer.
I did. I just shaved mine down recently.
Oh, no
And
kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get curly hair, so it I don't know. I do it for like 4 months, and then I look in the mirror one day, and it's very spontaneous, and I regret it instantly.
Yeah. I never let mine get, it starts to itch and,
That's a good look for you, though.
Yeah, I keep it. I this is as much facial hair as you'll see on me, really. But now, do you play out a lot? Do you do a lot of shows?
I'm trying. I just started in January, like playing live.
Yeah.
I have a show actually on Monday in Guilford at Patrick's Pub. Yeah.
Excellent.
Nice.
And then I'm playing Nova Arts March 30th. I'm playing in Vermont on the 14th.
Oh, did you hear that, Melanie, Jason? Coming to Vermont.
Bar 580 in Brattleboro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, thank you.
Brattleboro, that's right on the border, right? Is that close to the?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think I know exactly where that is.
Beautiful.
actually.
It's a beautiful little town. I love Brattleboro so much.
Yeah. Now you're originally from New York, is that correct?
Yeah. I grew up in Long Island, and then I moved out to this city when I was like 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
This has been a
real
trend.
New Yorker.
Yes, a real New Yorker. We've had a number of people who
Lately, yeah.
Kenny Troon, he lived in New York for a while.
Yep, came to New Hampshire. See, all these people are in their right minds now, so they're
also
coming to New Hampshire.
Sure.
The
It's our tax-free status.
the drummer from what's the name of the band?
Which one?
We were supposed to see them, and then the show got rescheduled because of a blizzard.
Thieves.
Oh, Run Like Thieves.
Run Like Thieves.
Yeah, he's
I know them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget his name now. Santini's his last name. What's his first name? I can't remember. The drummer, he moved here from New York.
Yeah, a lot of people do it, and it's very funny because now every time I go back to the city, I get like, and this was never the case growing up, but I get like anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, was it always this dirty? Was it always like all like these people here and stuff like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't notice it when you're like living it, and now it's very noticeable when you like live in the woods 24/7.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that is a big change. So why the change? What brought you here?
A bad breakup, I guess you could say, and
Yeah.
I just needed music. I was doing music back then, and it wasn't working out. I was just not taking myself seriously. I wasn't taking good care of myself, and I was very lucky to have parents who were like, come up here and spend a year to think about things. And what happened was I was actually about to leave for Austin, Texas. And like a month before that happened, I met someone and I was like, okay. And I still went to Austin, Texas, but then I moved back here and we've been together ever since. So,
Oh, very cool. Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, why, when you were planning to go to Austin, what was the reason? Was it the music scene there?
Cost of living too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the cost of living was really good. And I didn't do the research like I would have done now. I was just like, yeah, Austin would be cool.
Right. Yeah. That is a great city.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Absolutely. Do you want to play another? I'm dying to hear more. Do you want to
Sure.
play another one, another live one for us?
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, Temple Mountain is here with us live in studio, and we've been talking, and we'll get that guitar mic back on there. And it sounds amazing.
Yeah, I'm actually releasing after this interview. I'm releasing the official video for this song.
Oh, no
on
kidding.
YouTube. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Very excited.
What song is it?
It's called Interpersonal Relationships.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
It seems I've only met you. It's falling down like rain. It's all the ways you make me feel and cry. So won't you take my hand and help me understand? As we sit still, the world is passing by. I recognize the mistrust, I experience the pain. I see the way that men can tend to lie. So I'll work hard each day and think of how to say, I'm here to love, not here to change your mind. For you know an hour or so, focused on the way you're making sounds. For you know it's time for you to go, but I'll think about the next time you're around. Cause I made you a promise I can't break, but I think I found a way to compromise. For history will show the way you helped me grow. We'll make a pretty friendship, you and I. For you know an hour or so, focused on the way you're making sounds. For you know it's time for you to go, but I'll think about the next time you're around. Cause I made you a promise I won't break, but I think I found a way to compromise. For history will show the way you helped me grow. Make a pretty friendship, you and I. Make a pretty friendship, you and I.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Thank you.
What is that called again?
Interpersonal relationships.
Interpersonal relationships.
That was awesome.
Temple Mountain is here with us live in studio. Darlene Hill in the chat room. Kate says, I listened to this song on Insta. It's what got me.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. And Miriam Banish joins us in the Facebook live chat and says, I like it. Stacey Hannings. I think you might know.
I know.
I think you might know Stacey Hannings. So we were talking earlier.
Let's not talk about her. No.
Well, she did leave a nice comment. She said, "Oh, that's all him. We joke he has more products than I do."
Oh,
he's talking about my beard. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, the beard. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. B. Pinard joins us and says, "Good morning, everyone." Oh, okay. I see. She was responding to Melanie's comment. Melanie said, "Okay, be honest. Did you introduce him to the beard products?"
No. She's a farm girl. She's a hardworking lady, and no, she's not she's just like, she's very simple, likes to live the simple life.
Oh, she also said, "That's my guy." So proud. Very nice.
Thanks, Stacy.
Very nice. Yes. Welcome, Stacy. A lot of talk of bird.
you're getting a lot of love.
Beard.
Lot of love.
Oh, cool.
Beard products.
Brave Before Shave. That's what I use, if anyone's curious.
Oh.
Yeah. The Bay Rum scent. I really am a fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jason will know what you're talking about without a doubt.
Most likely.
My sister also got me a Tom Ford one, so like a high-end one.
Yeah.
I don't like it as much.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I like
friend's better.
Bay Rum smell.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah.
Rhonda Favero says, sounds a little like Cat Stevens' beautiful voice.
That's awesome.
Well, that leads me to a question. Talk to us about influences, because you do remind me of Cat Stevens a bit,
Mm-hmm.
but I can hear some other things as well.
Yeah, I think the three biggest ones for me are obviously the Beatles. I love the Beatles. I have a Beatles moment once a month. Elliott Smith is another one. He's not really a familiar name, but he was like a 90s folk singer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm obsessed. And John Mayer, just because for me, everything that he plays just makes my legs kind of shake. So
Nice.
I love his music a lot. But I love a lot of music. I love 60s folk songs, which I'm kind of embedded in that type of tradition where my mom grew me up on Peter, Paul, and Mary and Paul Simon and Joni Mitchell.
Yeah.
I love jazz a lot. I love Chet Baker. I love classical music. I don't know. There's so much. And with Spotify now, it's you're always just discovering more and more. It's overwhelming.
Yeah, absolutely. John DePietro is in the Facebook live chat. Hi, John. He says, "Wow, Eric is impressive." Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
And of course, you can find him as Temple Mountain online. I'm curious, do people ever contact you thinking that you're a band because of the name Temple Mountain?
Not yet, but I'm just not. It's still too early. So,
it'll happen. It'll happen. But I guess if you ever do decide to bring in other people,
yeah. Or the more interesting question is, will I allude that I'm a band to get the gig?
Yeah. Yes.
I can be sneaky sometimes.
There you go. There you go.
He's thinking. He's a thinker. Yeah. Oh my gosh! Because we were talking earlier, you're starting to play out now. Now you're really looking to get out into the clubs and get into play.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love it. And I'm surprised with how much I'm enjoying live music, because when I was in New York, I didn't really like playing live. I would do it, but I felt uncomfortable. And something happened in my 30s when I'm just ooh, this is nice.
No kidding.
Excellent.
Now, have you released anything else other than the album that...
Not yet. I'm releasing a video, like I said, after this interview.
Yeah.
And my goal is I would like to have another record by the end of this year. I have some songs in mind and stuff like that. I'm also doing, I forget the name of the studio, Lee Van Studios in Brooklyn. I'll be doing a campaign for that, and they do direct to vinyl recordings.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
cool.
I'll be doing 2 songs for that, and it's personal records and stuff like that. I'm very excited about that.
Now, what should we know about the video that you're going to be releasing after the interview?
It's for that song, Interpersonal Relationships. It was recorded by a guy named Omega Keen. His name's Max, actually, and he's in Keene, and he did a really great job. We kind of tried to make it almost look like the album cover, so it's in black and white, and it's got a bluish kind of hue to it. Mm-hmm. And it's a very simple music video. It's just me playing and performing and trying to look as cool as I possibly could look. Which was it wasn't an easy task, and he succeeded in my opinion, so I appreciate it.
Is it your first music video?
Yeah, technically. I used to go by Eric Phillip, and if you scroll the internet, you can find some slightly embarrassing videos of me playing to that name. But other than that, this is the first time I've ever done something like professionally and actually invested money into like my art and my dreams.
Yeah. Well, why were you Eric Phillip? Is Phillip your middle name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And my name is apparently named after Disney characters. I like to bring that out. So Eric is the prince from Little Mermaid.
Oh.
And Philip is the prince from Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, no kidding. No. Cool. Carol Zawarowitz joins us in the Facebook live chat. Hi, Carol. Miriam said regarding, she said, Cat Stevens, I was trying to think of who he reminded me of. Kind of took me back in time. I asked about, if you had other material, only because you strike me as someone who's probably always writing. I assume you've got a lot of ideas that you haven't.
It comes and goes. I'm in grad school at the moment. So like sometimes when I get home, the first thing I do is I just pick up the guitar and something will come out. But I'll get writer's block for sure. And when I get that, and when I get that, that's really difficult. Like, I don't know. I just don't want things to always sound the same. Like I can't, and I love music that does this, but I can't ever just do very simple like bar chords. I need to my fingers need to be moving. Like it's the ADHD in me. Yeah. So I don't know. When it comes, I do get writer's block, but once it breaks, then I'll write 10 songs.
Do you remember the first song you ever wrote?
I do. It's called 1993. I don't remember it by heart. I remember the riff. The riff was like something like that. Yeah. And I'm not going to sing it, but it was oof. Yeah. It took me, I'm still not very happy with my voice. And I say that. Yeah. I say that in a good way. Like I'm always searching, but I did not sing with confidence 5 years ago. Yeah. Yeah.
What got you to be able to sing with more confidence? Have you taken lessons or you
Prozac? Prozac for sure. Yeah. Be honest, this psychopharmacology, done ethically and properly, helped a lot.
Yeah. Good. You struggle with depression, I assume?
I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then now I see life much different perspective.
Yeah.
So yeah. If in my family, intrusive thoughts, I think are definitely a thing. And then my sister, who's a neurologist, she was just like, have you thought about this? And gave it a try. And it's I could breathe.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah. No kidding. Oh, that's good. Yeah. That's good. You want to play another song for us? If you're just joining us, Temple Mountain is here with us live in studio, sounding amazing.
Sure. This song's called Unconditional.
All right.
All I see is you, my thoughts can't be alone. Oh, falling through the sky, I was thinking I'd fly, but you caught me in your arms. And the day I was gonna tell you that I saw a heartbeat in my songs, but dreams, they fade away, and someday you'll be gone. Been running out of lines, been staying up too long, thinking how we've never met, and I'm willing to make a bet that you're treating us so wrong. And the day I was gonna tell you that I felt a rose by its thorns, and I've hands they bled, but I knew someday I'd be yours. That dance with you, the moment so divine, like a blanket I held tight. I always fear the unknown, but with you the unknown feels so right. So I keep my eyes on you, keep you locked inside my mind. And it's so hard just to see how every part of me is just a shadow in the night. And the day I was gonna tell you that I saw a breath inside my home, and I love the way it looks at me. I love how it's all I can see, and I know it's more than fantasy. Call me yours.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Nice.
Temple Mountain here with us live in studio. By the way, Melanie La Liberty, one of our friends from Vermont, said, I love that he just said that promoting good mental health is fantastic. And
I agree.
She also said, mental health is health. It really shouldn't be separate from medical care. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you have songs that deal with that subject specifically?
So just this album I just finished in December my undergrad in psychology, and I'm starting grad school now. And, you know, an undergrad degree in psychology can't really do much outside in the field. So I was like, well, I put all this money into it, might as well make my album based on it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all the songs are based on psychological terms to a certain degree.
Yes, I wondered about that. You know, like I saw transference, for example.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, that's I know a little. You know, I'm a hypnotherapist, so I know.
Yeah, I saw that.
Some very basic psychology, but I did notice that. Yeah, diagnosis and.
Yeah, and they're loosely based on those terms. I should emphasize because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go into the project intending that, or did that happen organically?
It happened organically. Yeah, I think I've had other names for some of these songs. In fact, I also struggle with names, like naming my songs. So I don't know. It just felt right, and I always like concept albums in a sense. Like in a way, it doesn't have to be a full concept, but like how many themes can you add to the record, and then how can you incorporate those themes into the following record? So, for example, I'm thinking for my next album, my album covers like blue. It's black and white with a bluish hue. And I'm thinking doing something similar, but with a different color. So
okay.
Keep the theme going.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Very cool. Very cool.
Spoiler alert.
Yes. We have time. You want to play another one?
Yeah, I could figure something out.
We're, if you're just joining us, we have Temple Mountain here with us live in studio. The album is called Schema. And this is great, and you sound amazing live. I mean, the tracks, sound great too, the studio tracks, and we'll play another studio song at the top of the hour. But you sound fantastic
Thanks
live.
for saying that.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna play. This is the newest song I recorded for the album before I released it. It's called Secure Bass.
Okay.
Yeah. Believe it's true that I found someone just like you. Now I'm floating around a star with you, guiding my heart. One day my eyes will turn blue, green will cover your hair roots, red lights will stream from afar with you, guiding my heart. And the night's all around when I hold you and say, the good life's a dance with each step we take. Love's not defined, love is made. Want to be all of you, wise, full of life, strong and cute. Growing old doesn't sound bizarre with you, guiding my heart. And the night's all around when I hold you and say, the good life's a dance with each step we take. Love's not defined, love is made. And we'll travel the world, we'll make what is ours, holding hands with a might. And I'll tell you I love you each night, and I'll tell you I love you each night. My eyes will turn blue, green will cover your hair roots, red lights will
watching from afar with you, guiding my heart. And the nights all around, when I hold you and say, the good life's a dance, with each step we take, love's not defined, love is made. Love's not defined, love is made.
Beautiful. Temple Mountain with us live in studio. By the way, I was noticing on Bandcamp this quote, the good life is a process, not a state of being. It is a direction, not a destination.
I appreciate you.
Carl Rogers, yeah. Tell us about that. What does that quote mean to you? Why is that there?
Well, it's funny. That was good timing because that song's based on that quote. So like the chorus is the good life's a dance. It's just like a rephrasing of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, one, I just love Carl Rogers. I think client-centered therapy is like just so beautiful, and like I'm so fascinated by it. And I'm sure he has his imperfections like all of us do, but I just really find him inspiring. And that line just kind of reminds me to just breathe, right? You know, like take it. And I've really grown to love my mistakes, and I've made quite a few of them in life. And I've grown to really see how those mistakes have evolved me into a person that I quite enjoy. I don't wake up feeling elated anymore. I wake up feeling really proud of myself. And yeah, I think that comes from knowing what not to do.
Right.
Right. And in order to know what not to do, you have to do it sometimes.
Sure. Yeah, it's part of learning. Absolutely. No, I think, and that's good advice. Good advice for people. Now, what do you have coming up? We talked about, and we'll remind people too before we wrap about the video that's going to be released right after the interview. But what else do you have coming up as far as do you have shows this weekend that you want to plug or?
No, I have a family dinner tonight. So Monday I'm playing on the 11th. I'm playing in Guilford. I'm playing at Patrick's Pub.
Okay,
I'm going to be the featured artist that night. I'm very excited.
Excellent. Yeah. Do you have and sometimes, you know, from my own experience, I don't play anymore, but I've played in a lot of bands and whatnot. And do you have anybody that you kind of team up with? Because sometimes that happens organically. Where is there someone that you play a lot of shows with?
Not yet, but I've grown to meet a couple of cool cohorts, if you would, that I would love to shout out. Like I really love this band, Modern Fools.
Okay.
Yeah, Josh is an incredible songwriter and very, very talented musician. And he just does a lot of the sound and stuff like that. And the whole band in that is incredible. John is the guitar player for that band. He does his own stuff. He's fantastic. Ian Gallipo is a bass player for that band. He also does singer-songwriter stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have we... Either we've had him on or I've met him.
Oh, he writes beautiful stuff. He just released a song called, I believe it's called The Little Things.
Okay.
And that song is gorgeous. There's also a guy named Dylan Patrick Ward who I'm hoping to do some shows with, and he writes just incredible music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Do you think you'll ever collaborate with any of these folks? Or?
I would love to. Yeah. I feel like we were talking about earlier with recording, because you have the access to record, there's really no reason why you shouldn't collaborate nowadays.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to hear what like certain sounds would work together, because for example, Modern Fools, they kind of do like alt country. So I don't personally do that. So I feel like it would be very cool to see what the combination of that would be.
Yeah, no doubt. Very good. And where should people go to find to find you online? Is there do you have a central hub, or where should people go to find Temple Mountain?
So TempleMountainMusic.com for sure. And then all my social links will be on there. And I definitely would say I use Instagram as my main connect with my, audience, if you will.
Yeah.
So and that's the one I personally like to use the most. I try to avoid, I love Facebook, but I also try to equally avoid it as possible for my own mental health.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that. I know that there have been no shortage of studies that show that when people either take a break or find a way to avoid entirely Facebook, their mental health improves.
Photos don't really hold debates, right? So on Instagram, you see photos of people just living their lives.
Right.
And I'm not saying there's not issues with that either, but at least for me, it's very calming and relaxing. Where on Facebook, I just it's like, for me, it's personally like watching the news, which is a beautiful thing and an important thing to do, but it gets really sad very quickly for me. Yeah.
There's a lot of, negativity and, it's hard to, for example, working in this medium. I don't have the luxury of just kind of disconnecting from Facebook, but I've also kind of learned to just, I don't know, just let it roll off.
Yeah. I imagine also in your case, like you also get this like privilege of you can use your voice for like, now you can direct a higher voice to like kind of help the community more than anything else, which is incredible.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. That's what we try to do. But yeah, there is a lot of, Facebook and Reddit is the other one that comes to mind.
Yeah. I always forget about Reddit. But
what a cesspool Reddit is. My God.
Reddit's an interesting one.
The horrible things you can find.
It used to be way worse too. Like it's really getting regulated more and more. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I use YouTube a lot too. Like YouTube to me is one of the most important like websites of all time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
It is literally an educated source of knowledge if you want it to be.
But of course there's trolls on YouTube.
Yeah.
But for somehow it's almost, maybe it's because you don't have direct, it's not like in the comments section of a video you can really have a direct conversation with someone. It's just people commenting at each other. So if a troll leaves something nasty, I think it's easier to just kind of let it roll off you, because it's like, well, it's not like you're replying directly to, well, you can reply directly to their comment, but people don't really bother on YouTube.
I'm always baffled about people commenting on YouTube personally, like, because every time I watch a video, there's just I never go like, oh, I'm going to comment on this.
Yeah.
I never have this instinct to do it, but like you look and it's like, oh, 100,000 other people did. So.
Yeah. I'll give it a thumbs up if I like it, but I very rarely comment. But sometimes, and sometimes the negative comments are.
Oh, some of them are brilliant.
Yeah. You see some really interesting stuff. Well, before we get to the top of the hour, and by the way, we're going to play another studio track before we close out, but remind us about the video. This is very important. Right after the interview, this is going to drop?
Yeah, I'm going to upload it onto YouTube with my iPhone. It's called Interpersonal Relationships. I played it earlier, and I'm really excited. Yeah, please, any love and support would help. It only helps.
Yeah, absolutely. So we encourage people to... that'll be on Temple Mountain. That's the name of the YouTube channel, I assume?
Temple Mountain Music.
Mountain Music. Okay, very good. And we will also close out the segment with another studio track from Schema, but I'll let you pick. What should we play?
Oh, if you guys like harmonicas, my opening track, Countertransference, has a harmonica.
Oh, yeah. Do you play the harmonica on that?
I tried.
Yeah.
There was a harmonica holder at a Guitar Center, and I couldn't keep my eyes off of it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm going to buy this. And then I wrote a song with it. Yeah.
Do you do the thing where you're playing guitar and you're playing the harmonica?
I haven't done it live yet, but I'm going to be. I'm going to be doing it this Monday for the first time. Yeah.
I don't know how you do that.
I don't know if I would do it like permanently, like, because it's a sound, right?
Yeah.
And it's been done, but I wanted to have one song. Like all my favorite artists, like the Beatles have a harmonica song. Elliott Smith has a harmonica song. John Mayer has a harmonica song. This is my harmonica song.
Yeah, we had, I don't know if you know Nick Rolser. We had him on the show a couple of years ago now. Oh, Nick is amazing.
Yeah.
But he does that. I was talking to him about it. And I said to him the same thing I said to you. I said, because he mentioned the harmonica, he mentioned a harmonica holder. I said, do you do the thing? And when I said the thing, he knew exactly what I meant. He said, oh, yeah, I do that. And I've just always been fascinated by it, because when you do that, you're literally playing two instruments at once, which is, I guess in a way it's...
With singing too,
I guess in a way it's no different than singing and playing, but
if anything,
still,
it's easier, because with singing, you have to like remember that you speak. And like with harmonica, at least the way I play, because I'm playing very, very poorly, it's just, I'm just blowing into the thing.
Right.
So it's more about making sure you have enough breath into it. So you have to like breathe the right way, if anything.
Yeah.
And you have to like use your ear to make sure your pitches are right. Because again, I have no idea what I'm doing on it. I know it's a G major or a C major scale, but like, I don't know, like, oh, the G's right here, right?
Right, yeah. No, that makes sense. But yeah, very cool. So we'll give this a listen, Countertransference. This is, of course, Temple Mountain. And Eric, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been amazing.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. We will do it again in the future. And don't forget the new video. It's going to drop right after the interview. So very cool. All right, so here it is. We will close out the segment with this. But here it is. This is Countertransference. The album is Schema, and the artist is Temple Mountain.
looking for something that you notice that nothing surrounds. But when the world that you have, it starts crumbling with the answers you left being found. There's a feeling you have in the morning. There's a breath that is taking you home. But that night is when your dreams are forming, and your words are now writing this poem. Times when I'm thinking of dying, how I wish there were ones I could save, and their graves never asked for my crying. So now I'm the one lost in this cave. Nowhere but home, now you're alone. How you feel it tonight? So rethink your goals. For now you don't know if you'll ever feel right. But there's a hope in the friends who are caring. There's a light at the end of the road. And while driving at night can be daring, we are stars and we're guiding you home. Your goals. For now you don't know if you'll ever feel right. But there's a hope in the friends who are caring. There's a light at the end of the road. And while driving at night can be daring, we are stars and we're guiding you home.